Did they infect me with COVID yesterday? And how would I know within a minute of it happening? Or the next day? This video is being made the next day, but the recordings were made yesterday of other recordings. How would I know if I'm not really showing symptoms? It takes 5 days to show symptoms. I've got a little cough because I've been smoking so much. Wow. But yesterday, I went to someone's house, and they said, watch out for this dab reclaim because it's carcinogenic. And so, I barely hit it, and it's like, I've already got lung problems. Why would I, do anything dumb like that? I don't want to smoke in the first place, but this person's always smoking, so it's negatively affected me and passed on to me. Now I'm smoking cigarettes even again. But anyways, point being, so I hit it really lightly because my lungs are fucked up and I can't hit dabs hard because they really crush my areolas. It's probably not the right term for that, right? What are those sacs in the lungs called? Areola is the nipple, right? Whatever those sacs at the end of the lungs are called. Anyways, fucking. So after I hit that shit, I felt stupid. Within a minute, my neck started hurting and it was bending. It was it felt like there was something altering my spine. And your brain and your spine is the alien who controls this flesh form you see. It's really all you have in your nervous system. It looks that's where the alien comes from. That alien that pops out of the egg in the movie Aliens. That's your spine and fucking your brain, pretty much. It just looks a little bit different. But I hit that, and then I started feeling confused in my mind and shit, and I had to walk slowly, and I was stumbling a little bit. Marijuana doesn't affect me. Marijuana is for babies and shit. Marijuana is what you use to calm down off a real substance that does actually something of value. And fucking and at the same time got a weird feeling in certain areas of my body, and I felt that it was nervous related because that, again, that spine, that's your nervous system. So I just wrote it off as that. When I felt something in my chest area, because it's my heart's not over here, my lungs are over there. So it was assuming it was just a nervous reaction. But then again, I did just inhale some stuff, so it could have been something entering my body through my lungs. In fact, now that I'm discussing that, that seems like something that really happened. But I was so disoriented, and then my heart acted up a little bit in a different way than it ever has. Just like a previous virus I got earlier this year. It was different. And I posted all this stuff months ago on my Facebook. It was I was this is a weird virus, whatever is in my system. And I felt like I was drugged. And I did tons of drugs the night before. I was with all these unknown people passing out, whatever. And, not that I take whatever, but, every now and then, when in Rome, fucking. So I felt disoriented right away after hitting that. And then the odd thing is when I hit it, they were like, why don't you hit it harder? And it's why does it matter how hard I hit marijuana? It doesn't. especially when I can't fucking breathe from it. I shouldn't do that. And so I continued the day feeling weird, and it was mostly when it first started. So maybe it's nothing. Maybe I'm not being sick or whatever, and I'm just making shit up or whatever. But wouldn't that be interesting if I'm putting this video out days before I show signs and then it happens? Because once again, I'd be fucking the only person telling the truth about what's going on in this shit. So just putting this out there in case something happens. And that way there's proof that I knew what was happening before it happened. And people are lying about what's going on. And I believe what's really going on is it's mind control. It's the usual suspects, but the humans are their slaves, and they use mind control to control them. And they've always had tiny microorganisms that go inside your body and fucking alter your makeup, whether they're actually like little fucking roaches or something running around inside you. I mean, that's basically what a virus is, right? A little microscopic fucking roach or some shit infecting you. And think of it like the term virus is what Bill Gates used on computers when there's something that damages your computers and destroys its ability to think properly and work properly. So I'm just putting this out there in case. And maybe I'm just a conspiracy retard on this, but to be honest, it's conspiracy retards who are retards. The truthers, that's a government call. They're not talking about any of this shit. They're never talking about anything of value. If you talk to a truther, they nonsense. That's ran by the government. It's clear that Alex Jones is their leader, and he's a government agent, Israeli agent. He's an alien agent. There's a difference between the government and the government working for the aliens and the aliens. And the governments are probably all working for the aliens. If they're not the aliens directly, USA is the aliens. That's easy to prove because I'm in here and I can see it. But I get the idea that they've tried to infect me. It wouldn't be the first time these people have tried to attack me. It wouldn't be the first time they drugged me. It wouldn't be the first time they've injected me with unknown shit that fucking whatever felt like some new fucking virus. Like I said earlier this year, I posted a bunch of shit about it. How when I was coughing up blood, I was posting pictures of it. And I was like, yeah, like fucking, this feels weird. It feels like it's attacking my nervous system. And it's not like a flu or, a sickness. I've had that type of stuff before. Like the pain was different. It was like some sort of nerve pain in my head rather than any other headache, fever shit you get. But we'll see, right? If in a few days I'm infected with this stuff, then I know where it came from and I know who's behind it. And I put myself in those situations on purpose because I'm here to educate you guys. But mostly I'm sent here to document these people. And I've been, about 10 years ago, I started poking the FBI and other world leaders, threatening to kill them all and stuff like that. That way they would follow me, and then hopefully some of them would be smart enough to see that there's other people in my life doing a whole bunch of weird shit. And I'm sure I caught their attention 9 years ago. So, 10 years into this, I'm sure they're watching. And I think, to be honest, I think that's why Epstein actually got arrested. Now, Epstein then blackmailed the government and had the USA fucking assassinate Iran's world leader. And I wouldn't doubt COVID is a response to fucking human intelligence waking up to Epstein and pals running the world. But it's like payback, like the blackmail trove Epstein had on America was more than just like about putting his penis in little girls' butts, which he probably didn't even do, right? Everyone else did that. Everyone else did it because it was about blackmail. It wasn't about child sex trafficking. It was about blackmailing the world. But we're going to see what happens. And I'm putting this out there. I'm telling you for once, hey, this is just a theory here. Though, I mean, most of the shit I work with is theory. I'm not following. You can tell by everything I talk. I'm not saying anything else. Anyone, everyone else is saying. At this point in time, I've learned that those groups like truthers are the alien species. They're not our friends. Anyone who controls the media is not our friends. The people who work. That's why when I confront the fucking media, and they completely cover me up, cover my campaign up. And that's why the only thing I do is talk to them a little bit, make them think I'm their friend, and then I'm like, hey, the people you work for are terrorists, and you taking a paycheck from them makes you a terrorist, a member of that terrorist organization, and then that makes you guilty of thousands, trillions of crimes, including capital crimes, and that'll never make the media, bro. No one else is saying that, but you know how true that is. You all know how true that is. They're a terrorist. Everyone working with the government, everyone working with the media, genocide, trillions of human rights violations. I mean, robbery. Dude, what is it called when you attempt to fucking kill off people for like no reason, like more than like specieside? Okay, yeah, specieside, which is what's going to get turned around on the aliens. But you do things in self-defense. You aren't justified to be a murderer for no fucking reason. It's when USA or whoever goes around killing everyone that you then have the advantage to return the favor to them, and it's no longer a conscious thing. It's a defense. It's no longer going to rest upon your conscience either. It's just a natural reaction. So it's the natural flow of the world. But their original attempts to specieside us is quite a different thing. It's pure evil and intent, and they're after us. And they're going to be dealt with in the same way. And so that's why I put myself in these situations. It's not like hanging out with any of you guys is going to educate me any further. Anyways, everyone else just repeats what the TV says, and that's like all nonsense. I've never listened to any of that stuff. Never talked about any of it. I've always been around these people for some reason. They've always been around me, and I'm fine with that. And at this point, I'm fine with them infecting me or whatever they want to do. I'm fine with them doing whatever, because they can't stop me. It's too late. I attracted the attention of the FBI, probably the CIA, the MI6, other world leaders, not secret organizations, but I'm sure I attracted their attention. But other leaders, intelligence agencies, because I would just tell them going to chop their heads off and shit like that. And that was mostly a ploy to get them to see all my information, to get them to start monitoring me and look at all the stuff I'm looking at and see all the information I've been gathering and stuff and see the connections that the truthers and everyone else don't tell them and shit. Because I'll tell you, I talked to some of these cops and they're like, yeah, we like Alex Jones. We know about the New World Order. And it's like, yeah, well, if I can fucking trick you into fucking seeing what I say, then you're going to know about, not about the New World Order. You're going to know about the real world order, about Alex Jones and Powell. You're going to know about the people I can't name, and you're going to know what I can't name, why I can't name it, what I can say, what I can't say, what will get removed. They'll clearly at this point, I mean, you know, the FBI is probably watching this. And that means yesterday they seen that I'm on a different internet than other people. I couldn't access a site that the person who I felt quite ill after being around, they sent me a link. It was TV space television. And if you put it in the Google search and then hit image, it would bring up pictures of girls, like very young girls and stuff. And on the internet, everyone was saying it was child porn and stuff like that. And then my friend showed me, or the person whose house I started feeling sick at, who sent me that link. They showed me on their device. It was still showing up on their device, but my device doesn't allow me to access that. None of my devices do. So there's only two answers to what that could be. I'm being protected, or the humans are working, or I'm being isolated. And who's isolating me? Well, the humans act pretty guilty, so I can't say for sure they're not part of it. But it's clear all my devices have been isolated after that attempt. But I mean, what do we do? Like they see that. Like I've got these people watching me, and so I'm showing them stuff in this world. So I'm putting this video out there, and I guess I don't even have to make the video or post it, do I? Because I'm talking about this. I was talking about it as it happened, and obviously, that's pretty early. If I knew within a minute of getting it that I got it, then I got it. But maybe nothing happened. Maybe I'm immune to it too, and nothing will come of it from that as well. But we'll see, because I felt really fucking ill yesterday and disoriented. And man, why did my neck hurt? Like my neck was like trying to bend over and stuff. It was seriously like that creature was like being hurt and trying to curl up into a ball like a baby or something. It was so weird. I don't, like, generally, if you feel something like that, it's because you've been headbanging for like 4 hours, or you worked out, and after like a really hard 2-hour workout, you went headbanging for like 4 hours or something. But I just want to put this out there, just in case, because if I'm right, then that's just more evidence to who I am and what I say.